Welcome, everybody. Friendly reminder, we would ask that you please turn your cell phones and other electronic devices to silent, if you would please. We appreciate your cooperation. Family members, friends, and guests, welcome to the 2021 University of Wyoming Winter Commencement Ceremony. Founded in 1886 as a Moral Act land-grant institution, while Wyoming was still a territory, the University of Wyoming serves as a statewide resource for higher education of the highest quality, rigorous scholarship, technology transfer, economic and community development, and responsible stewardship of our cultural, historical, and natural resources. And today, graduates represent a broad range of academic disciplines born from those traditions and ideals. Ladies and gentlemen, under the leadership of Dean Barbara Roscoe, please welcome candidates for graduation from the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Under the leadership of Dean Camilla Moses Okpadu, please welcome candidates for graduation from the College of Arts and Sciences. Under the leadership of Interim Dean Robert Godby, please welcome candidates for graduation from the College of Business. Now let us welcome leadership of Interim Dean Robert Godby, candidates for graduation from the College of Business. Under the leadership of Dean Scott Thomas, please welcome candidates for graduation from the College of Education. Under the leadership of Executive Director Holly Krutka, please welcome candidates for graduation from the School of Energy Resources. Under the leadership of Acting Dean Cameron H.G. Wright, please welcome candidates for graduation from the College of Engineering and Applied Science. Under the leadership of Dean John Kaprowski, please welcome candidates for graduation from the Haub School of Environment and Natural Resources. Under the leadership of Dean David Jones, please welcome candidates for graduation from the College of Health Sciences. Under the leadership of Dr. Kevin Carmen, Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost, as well as Dr. Stephen Barrett, Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education. Please welcome candidates for graduation from the Office of Academic Affairs. The Honors College is represented by Dean Peter Parolin. Honors Scholars are intellectually curious and academically accomplished students from all majors at the university. These students are graduating with their respective colleges and schools. Under the leadership of Provost Kevin Carmen, the university faculty are led by Faculty Marshals David Odlin, PhD Economics, Alan Buss, PhD Education, and David Bonnelly, MS Nursing. Under the leadership of President Edward Seidel, the stage party is led by Honorary Marshals Dr. Kathleen Conley, Professor of Gender and Women's Studies, Dr. Malcolm Holmes, Professor of Sociology, and Dr. Peter Thorsness, Professor of Molecular Biology, in recognition of their distinguished service to the university. The university mace, which is carried in by Dr. Conley, will be carried out by Dr. Thorsness, a symbol of presidential leadership and authority. It is crowned with a cap of flames, signifying knowledge and enlightenment. We made it. You guys made it. We're all here. President Seidel, members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished guests, administrative leadership, members of the faculty, graduates, family and friends, the 2021 University of Wyoming Winter Commencement Ceremony will now be in order. Ladies and gentlemen, my distinct honor, please welcome the University of Wyoming President, Dr. Edward Seidel.
Good morning. Supposed to say good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the University of Wyoming's 2021 Winter Commencement Ceremonies. We are so pleased you could be with us. This celebration is a culmination of years of hard work and performance by our students. Educating students at the undergraduate and graduate level is at the core of our mission as a land-grant and flagship university. We prepare tomorrow's leaders, and today we launch a very strong cohort of graduates who have such a bright future ahead of them. Congratulations, graduates. We are proud of you and wish you all the success in the world. I'd like to welcome to the stage Dr. Kevin Carmen, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, to introduce our honorary marshals. Provost Carmen.
Thank you, President Seidel. At this time, I would like to thank our honorary marshals who were introduced to you earlier. Good morning, graduates, families, trustees, faculty, staff, and guests. As my first commencement at UW as provost, I'm honored to have the opportunity to reflect on the role that our faculty play in our world. I'd like to recognize our honorary marshals, campus leaders whose daily work inspires all of us to move this institution toward greater excellence. Leading the stage party today and carrying our university mace, honorary marshals are customarily senior faculty with exceptional careers named in recognition of their distinguished service to the University of Wyoming. They've devoted their professional lives and extraordinary talents to the advancement of their disciplines and to their students' intellectual growth, and I'm honored to introduce them today. First, Dr. Kathy Connolly, Professor of Gender and Women's Studies. Dr. Connolly is a professor in the School of Culture, Gender, and Social Justice. She arrived at UW in 1992 with a PhD in sociology and a law degree, cum laude, from the State University of New York at Buffalo. At UW, Connolly served 9 years as the Director of Gender and Women's Studies and has had the distinct honor of teaching and mentoring some of the best and brightest students at UW. In her 29 years at UW, Connolly has been recognized as a gifted teacher by students, peers, and administrators. She has published numerous papers in the areas of law and justice and has given presentations about her scholarship around the state, across the nation, and internationally. She is a recipient of a Wyoming Institute for Humanities Research Fellowship and a member of the Democracy Lab. In addition to serving on several community boards, Connolly was elected to the Wyoming legislature in 2009, where she continues to serve as the House Minority Floor Leader. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Kathy Connolly for her extraordinary service to our institution. What?
Seated.
Everybody?
Seated, yeah.
Platform? I've been informed that we can all be seated. Wasn't in my script. All right. Now I'd like to recognize Dr. Malcolm Holmes, Professor of Sociology. Dr. Holmes earned his PhD in sociology from the University of Texas at Austin in 1982. After teaching at New Mexico State University and the University of Texas in El Paso, he began his career at the University of Wyoming as an associate professor of sociology and director of the Administration of Justice program, now Criminal Justice, in 1991. He was promoted to full professor in 1999. During his tenure at UW, he has taught 20 different undergraduate and graduate courses in criminal justice and sociology and chaired or served as committee member on numerous graduate committees. Over the course of his career, Holmes has engaged in several large research projects concerning racial inequality and in the administration of justice, as well as other forms of social inequality. He has published widely on these issues, including many articles in the most prominent journals in criminology and sociology. Currently, his research agenda focuses on police violence. He has served on numerous university committees, including serving as the chair of the Faculty Senate. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Holmes for his extraordinary service to our institution. Finally, it's my honor to recognize Dr. Peter Thorsness, Molecular Biology Professor Emeritus. Dr. Thorsness recently retired from the University of Wyoming, where he served the last 6 years of his tenure at UW as professor and chair of the Department of Molecular Biology. He earned his PhD in biochemistry from the University of California at Berkeley and pursued postdoctoral studies in genetics at Cornell University. He joined the faculty at the University of Wyoming as an assistant professor in 1991. During the past 3 decades, Thorsness instructed several generations of UW students in the finer points of biochemistry and was funded by the National Institutes of Health, the National Science Foundation, the American Chemical Society, and the U.S. Department of Agriculture to pursue his research questions into selected molecular mechanisms of mitochondrial function, the powerhouse of the cell. Throughout his career, he worked with his colleagues to establish a culture of scholarship in the Department of Molecular Biology that attracts talented young scientists eager to investigate molecular principles of life. Thorsness was particularly fond of interacting with undergraduate and graduate students in a research setting. He feels there is no greater professional joy than having a student develop into a true colleague. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Peter Thorsness for his extraordinary service to our institution. These outstanding faculty have demonstrated a commitment to the university and our students that extends beyond the classroom and scholarly activities. Thank you for all you do and continue to do to serve our great university. Please join me one more time in recognizing our honorary marshals for their distinguished service to the University of Wyoming.
Recognized you, we're not sure why.
What are we doing here? Dr. Conley.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. President Seidel will now continue with some special introductions.
Thank you, Provost Carmen. So I'm pleased to be able to recognize some very important people at the university. And I'll start with Jeff Marsh of Torrington, Wyoming, who's the chair of the UW Board of Trustees, as well as Michelle Sullivan of Sheridan, Wyoming, and the secretary of the board here with us today. I'd also like to recognize the other members of the Board of Trustees and thank them for their exemplary leadership. Other members of the Board of Trustees include John McKinley, Vice Chair of the Board from Cheyenne, Kermit Brown, Treasurer of the Board from Laramie, Dave True, Board Member and former Chair of the Board from Casper, and the rest of the board membership are Brad Bonner from Cody, Dave Fall, Gillette, Elizabeth Greenwood from Pinedale, Brad LaCroix from Newcastle, Carol Linton from Jackson, Macy Moore from Douglas, and Laura Schmidt-Pizzato from Rock Springs. It's now my pleasure to recognize those in the stage party who will not be introduced later in the program. I ask that they stand for an introduction and that you hold your applause until all have been introduced. Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education, Dr. Steve Barrett. Dean of the College of Honors, Dr. Peter Parolin. There you are. Vice Provost for Graduate Education, Dr. Jim Ahern. Jim will be assisting in hooding the doctoral candidates. Over there, okay. Today's name readers, Ann Alexander, Vice President for Strategic Planning and Initiatives, and Mandy Gifford, Chief of Staff to the Provost. And finally, the announcement for this morning's ceremony from Wyoming Public Media, Patrick Gabriel. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. I'd also like to thank our faculty for the excellent education that they have provided to our students. Faculty, would you please stand so we can thank you for the integral role you've played in these graduates' lives. Please be seated. Finally, I'd like to give special recognition to the families, friends, and loved ones of today's graduates who provided support and encouragement in so many ways. Graduates, would you just stand up for a moment, look around, and find your loved ones? Go ahead. Join me in giving them a round of applause. Thank you. And now, now to recognize our honor students, Provost Kevin Carmen will return to the podium.
Students who graduate from UW with honors are among our most academically persistent, gifted, and adventurous students. Not only do they earn high marks in their coursework, but they have often added much more to their academic plate by stepping forward to take advantage of study abroad opportunities, participating in rich and meaningful internships, holding leadership positions in student organizations, and working to serve their communities. They exemplify all that is best in UW students and their ambitions for the future. If you are graduating with academic honors, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, or cum laude, please rise so we can congratulate you on this achievement. Honors? Well done. Be seated. Now, some of you may have to stand up multiple times here, but if you are a member of Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, a college or department-specific honor society, would you please stand up so we can recognize your accomplishments? Please be seated. Congratulations. And finally, scholars in our Honors College span programs in every college at the university. Would all of our Honors College students please stand and join me in a round of applause for them? Well done. Have a seat. You must be tired. You've just had to stand up many times. Now I welcome President Seidel back to the podium to bestow upon a special guest the highest honor UW can award, that of an honorary degree.
Thank you, Provost Carmen. The recipient of an honorary degree exemplifies the values of excellence, service, and integrity, and possesses distinguished accomplishments in their profession, public service, or in service to humanity. It is my honor to bestow an honorary degree, the university's highest award, to Carol Meade. Serving as Wyoming's First Lady from 2011 to 2019, Carol's service and leadership contributions statewide and beyond have changed the lives of many. Carol earned dual bachelor's degrees from UW in 1988 in kinesiology and another in biology. Even as a young woman, she had a diverse range of interests in fields important to the quality of life for others. Carol has generously given of her time to Wyoming, not only as our First Lady, but across the span of many years. She served on legislative, community, education, legal, workforce, building and charitable organization boards and committees, including on the Cheyenne Regional Medical Center Foundation Board, as a court-appointed special advocate, as the Governor's Residence Foundation Board Chair, as the UW Literacy Research Center and Clinic Outreach Board Chair, and as a member of the UW Trustees Education Initiative Governing Board. As First Lady, she led several statewide projects such as Eat, Read, Grow, which provides financially disadvantaged families with hot meals and books for children and parents to enjoy together. She is the author of 2 successful children's books, Wyoming Firsts and Blazing Wyoming Bonnets. She served as a passionate advocate for the Wyoming Talk Early and Often campaign and collaborated with the Wyoming legislature on a $5 million match fund to establish UW's Literacy Research Center and Clinic. She served on the Governor's Council on Physical Fitness, Wyoming Family Day, Wyoming Reads, and many others. And she created the First Lady's Young Artist Showcase to encourage young artists, and the showcase was broadened to include the Western Governors Association and the Wyoming Congressional Delegation. An annual statewide Literacy Leadership Award was recently named in her honor, the Carol Meade Literacy Leaders Award. Herself an avid and physical fitness enthusiast, Carol led a charity team of marathon runners for the ING Corporation's New York City Marathon to raise funds to create an endowment here at UW aimed at the prevention of underage drinking. Widely admired as a gracious, elegant, and informed servant of the citizens of the state of Wyoming, Carol has been a substantial contributor to the University of Wyoming's betterment in a multitude of areas. Carol Meade, for your many contributions, the University of Wyoming is honored to bestow upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. All right. It's your turn.
Well, good morning. Wow. Let me say, I am absolutely immensely honored to receive this degree, and I am so deeply humbled and greatly appreciative. Thank you. I want to start by recognizing our University of Wyoming president, Dr. Ed Seidel, and thanking him for that very generous and very kind introduction, but also for his extraordinary leadership through what has been a challenging time. I'd like to join the president in also mentioning a word of appreciation to all of the additional excellent leadership, distinguished administrators, esteemed faculty and staff. It is most appropriate, I think, to give them the recognition they deserve. Thank you. In addition, parents, students, friends, families, most importantly, graduates, it is my honor and certainly a privilege and a joy to be asked to be part of your graduation ceremony and celebration of success. And I will tell you this morning, upon waking, one of my first thoughts was, I live over in Cheyenne, whether I would be chaining up a dog sled to get over here as both highways were closed. But with good fate and fortune, I was able to make it. So then my second thought kicked in. And that was a memory of the wonderful former Governor Mike Sullivan saying that being a commencement speaker is a little bit like being the dead body at a wake. Yeah, you know, you have to have one to get this ceremony started, but nobody comes to see that. And I really don't think they come to hear anything from it. So with that in mind, I'm going to strive to be brief. I know you're here to celebrate your graduates, as you should be, but I do hope that I'll leave you with just a little something to think about. First off, I'd like to pay a special tribute to families. I want to start by introducing my own. My daughter, Nevi, was a graduate here, but she is in law school and was unable to attend this morning. My son, Pete, who is here with me, is a track athlete here at UW and a senior. My wonderful husband, Governor Matt, also a senior of sorts. Matt is a UW graduate as well. And these people are definitely the powerhouse of my cell, the center of my life. So families here today, know that your support, your love, your encouragement, your used car, your furniture, your available Wi-Fi, your pantry, definitely your cold, hard cash, have helped these graduates to reach this achievement here today, and you are to be congratulated as well. And as a bonus, many of you parents may see more of your student than you have as they relocate back home into your basement. Okay, actually, maybe that's just where I landed after I graduated. Oh yes, I leapt confidently out of my graduation seat into a most curious assortment of work, such as holding eyelids open at an eye clinic and placing electrodes for 12 lead EKGs and running hot reactor tests at a soon-to-be unfunded stress medicine clinic, on to selling drugs. Pharmaceutical, that is, not cartel. Then selling houses, ranching, farming, property development and management, onto what unquestionably would be the most logical next role, First Lady of Wyoming. You say, what? And trust me, never in a million years would have I expected to land there. And I assure you, many of my friends and families shared in that incredulity. The point being, graduates, today, you take a big step forward. of opportunity, opening a new door of opportunity for your future. And you may have absolutely no idea where that will lead. But be confident, wherever your path may lead, you are well prepared with your UW degree to begin the next chapter of your life. And perhaps today, as you celebrate, you might reflect back upon a time when you struggled, and there was somebody who had a powerful positive influence on your life and made a difference. Looking back, I can certainly remember I had my share of struggles and challenges, and there were many such people who made such a difference for me. Each one of us will face challenges along the road to success. You may be told, you're too young, you're too old, you're too inexperienced, you're too tall, you're too slow, or like me, all of the above, and then some. A few other little comments, whatever you're thinking here will suffice. You, like all of us, will hear discouraging words that suggest you cannot do something. You can't listen. Only you are in the driver's seat. So whether you pursue education, engineering, business, law, art, medicine, mathematics, whatever it is, you're going to have the opportunity to touch so many lives simply by using the talents and the education that you were provided to bring positive change into this world and to make a difference. And I'd encourage you to do just that. So this brings me to 2 points that I'd like to leave you with today that are both related to making this difference in your life and in other lives. And the first is the need to really listen and hear others out, especially people who are different than you. We live in a world where people are completely dismissed or utterly vilified for espousing different views on politics, religion, education, child rearing, medical choices, you name it. Have you seen TV lately? It is an ongoing narrative of division. And in too many ways, we've moved from respectful disagreement to an arrogance born from certainty that our views are 100% right, and for others to question, let alone disagree, justifies anger or even hatred. But hearing out alternative views and thoroughly considering their merits is a priority if we want to continue to learn. How do we as a society learn? How do our elected representatives govern when we no longer value civil debate and we're no longer willing to listen, to hear, and to learn? When I left college, I felt very certain of my strongly held beliefs, attitudes, and direction. But what I later discovered was that I had placed myself in an echo chamber by speaking and listening to people who were, in actuality, very much like me. And one of the great opportunities I had as First Lady was to travel and to meet many people from very divergent backgrounds: prisoners, heads of state, drug-addicted individuals, scholars, CEOs, homeless, the young, the old, military, civilian, all walks of life. And it was through hearing out people with a completely different life experience than my own that my horizons were widened and I became less certain of my own accuracy. Often, I was simply wrong. Never in doubt, but often wrong. I also learned from this experience that humans from all walks of life are a lot more alike than we are different. You know, when many of you graduates would have been maybe 3 years old, they finished the sequencing of the human genome, and one striking discovery in all of that was that over 99.9% of all of our genes are identical in every human being. All of the differences between us in hair color, eye color, height, width, race, you name it, are all contained within a tiny 0.1% of our genetic material. As humans, our commonalities exponentially outweigh our differences. And it's good that we remember that before we summarily discount and refuse to hear out others. For me, challenging my firmly held beliefs by shopping the marketplace of ideas may be the real definition of education. No one person has all the answers, but by refusing to hear out another person's ideas because that person looks different than us or belongs to a different group, we're actually refusing to continue to learn. And this is a roadblock to making a difference in our life or anyone else's. And I'll also mention that working on our common goals, rather than fighting about our differences, nets a much greater yield. But again, it does require hearing out contrary views and sifting through them to find common ground. Well, if you're struggling right now as a graduate to see how you'll move forward or what meaningful next step to take or how to be an influence in anyone else's life or maybe just how to land a great job, I'm going to offer this second thought, and that is to strive for opportunities to have in-person interactions whenever you can. Our world is becoming more virtual every day, and your generation is unique. It is a remarkable thing that you have done, continuing your education through ever-changing modes of delivery. What you all were forced to adapt to has never before happened. I commend you for your perseverance through the challenges of COVID. You've lived through the age of connectivity and all the quantum leaps and shared knowledge and scientific and medical breakthroughs that this provides, and you've experienced the vast and certain advantages of being virtually connected amidst the mandated physical isolation of COVID. But with all of these most certain advantages, our world of automation can also deplete us of some of what makes us human. You can DoorDash your meals, Mirror Workout, WebEx or Zoom your meetings, mobile deposits, Amazon Shop. You can easily spend your entire day void of any human contact. And admittedly, there are days this might have a real appeal. It might even be the goal. But the real goal is to have this technology enhance our lives, not become our life. Real meaningful interactions, not just moments to capture in a selfie and post, but one-on-one time spent helping a child, the sick, the elderly, disadvantaged, or just really being present in the moment with someone is where I felt I learned the most and had the most impact. And when I reflect on every major event of importance in my life, or my friends' lives, not one of them occurred when I was alone with a phone or a laptop. Okay, sure, now I can hear my son over here saying, well, you can't be alone with your phone or your laptop because you need help using it. So as we move into the next decades, I'm told that many jobs that involve repetitive tasks will be automated. But robots are not compassionate, empathetic, or uniquely creative. And so jobs that require these human attributes will always be available. These jobs are where we can all make a difference. Quick story for you. I am reminded of an international trip where we were deplaning at the airport and taking a train to the terminal. And on arrival, a long audio address, all in the regional foreign language, came over the loudspeakers. Well, I assumed it must be a welcome, enjoy your visit, and other such pleasantries. I was soon disabused of this notion. A succinct automated translation was offered. Get your bags and get off the train. I wasn't sure if we were being welcomed or soon to be dispatched. This is my point. Something is lost in a completely automated and virtual world. And sometimes we need a human touch, human interaction. Well, graduates, I encourage you to see the door that is opened for you as a result of your graduation and to take advantage of it. And some of you about now are looking probably for any open door, perhaps to the parking lot. I promise I won't stand between you and your diploma much longer. I'll encourage you to strive for one-on-one interactions and to really hear others and their crazy ideas out and use your talents and education to make a difference in someone else's life. And enjoy the winding, uncertain journey. I wish you every success. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Carol. That was wonderful. I really appreciate the thoughts that you've shared with us, and congratulations on today's honor. Now, on behalf of the University of Wyoming Alumni Association, this morning, Sarah Chapman will offer congratulations to our graduates as you transition from students to alumni. Sarah is the Director of Philanthropy for the Wyoming Community Foundation. Please welcome Sarah Chapman to the podium.
First, thank you, President Seidel, for allowing the UW Alumni Association to be a part of this memorable ceremony. And to the graduates, we are thrilled to be able to congratulate you personally on earning your degree from the University of Wyoming. Throughout this most unusual twist to a traditional collegiate experience, I commend your perseverance and commitment to your studies. We are honored to welcome you to our UW alumni family of nearly 150,000 alumni. It has been a privilege to earn both my undergraduate and graduate degrees from the UW College of Business. The opportunities I have had have been a result of my time in Laramie. Relationship building has been a major part of my career for the last decade or so, both within Wyoming and elsewhere. I can say with certainty that the relationships formed on campus between my peers, UW faculty and staff, and friends of the University of Wyoming are unlike any other. People who have been cowgirls or cowboys share a special bond and make an instant connection when they meet for the first time. The UW Alumni Association and Alumni Network have provided me with several opportunities to advance my career and my educational goals. Not only did visiting with people in Wyoming facilitate network connections for me, but when I lived out of state, I also had the pleasure of meeting fellow Wyoming alumni in other areas of the country. The fact that UW traditions and culture allow you to share experiences with someone you've just met is comforting for a new graduate, knowing that wherever you go, you're not alone, and that there is a fellow cowboy or cowgirl nearby. Being here today reminds me how I felt after completing my degrees and envisioning what the future might hold. I had no idea that it would always in some way involve a UW connection, and if history is any guide, it forever will. As you venture out into the world, I hope that this special connection to other Wyoming graduates can not only help you, but also comfort you. The Alumni Association is here to make your connections with UW faculty, alumni, and staff meaningful and everlasting. I encourage you to stay involved with UW by returning to campus or by connecting with other alumni wherever life may take you. In fact, we have alumni networks and brown and gold champions across the country who host alumni events year-round. By attending one of these events, you will be able to see how our alumni serve as one of the greatest assets in supporting and celebrating the university. You can also utilize our When Cowboys Call, We Answer program for support in finding a meaningful career after graduation. We have additional resources that may benefit you as well. After today's graduation, I wish you the best of luck in all your endeavors. For over 126 years, the Alumni Association has been there for alumni. Never forget, the world needs more cowboys. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Graduates, you'll be alumni in a few minutes. So I strongly encourage you to stay involved with the Alumni Association and stay connected to the University of Wyoming as you begin the next chapter of your lives. And you're always welcome back on campus here. Now, it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Rob Godby, Interim Dean of the College of Business, to the podium to introduce this morning's speaker.
Thank you, President Seidel. It's my privilege this morning to introduce to you our student speaker, Lucy Bennett. I'll be honest, it's been a real privilege to get to know her in my short time as interim dean, so I'll try to describe a little bit about her before she takes the stage. So, Lucy will be graduating today with a major in management, a concentration in human resources, and a minor in marketing. But Lucy really epitomizes the character and spirit that we hope all of our graduates will have. And so I feel privileged to have gotten to know her. If you've been in the College of Business over the past few years, you couldn't have missed Lucy. She characterizes herself as the face and the voice of the College of Business. I think she's right. She's been involved in all sorts of activities. She's a member of the Ethics Club, a student wellness ambassador, club sports, and she's served on our College of Business Advisory Board as our undergraduate student representative. But really, what will remind us of Lucy is her enthusiasm and her spirit, and we'll miss that when she leaves. In fact, the College of Business is going to be a quieter place. So Lucy will leave us today, and she has a few life adventures ahead of us. She tells me that first she will enjoy a month of ski instructing in Vail because she wants to have one more season of instructing 3 to 6-year-olds there. She'll travel a little, and then I guess it's just a minor event. She's going to get married. But then she'll start a career, and that career will start at BNSF Logistics. But we're lucky. Her position at BNSF is in talent acquisition. So we're certain that we're going to see Lucy Bennett a lot as she comes back to campus because of the talent, the incredible talent that really is here. So please welcome to the stage and the podium, Lucy Bennett.
Let's get this party started. I gotta find my speech. Thank you. That's my roommate. Anyways, hello and welcome everyone. My name is Lucy Bennett and I am honored to speak with you all today. So I'm a business management major and I have a bet going on with my roommate to insert the word synergies into the speech at least once. $1 in bragging rights are on the line, so I do not plan to disappoint. You know, the visionary, icon, and street poet, Kanye West, once said, "My greatest pain in life is that I will never be able to see myself perform live." I now know what he means. I want to first start off by thanking you all. Thank you to all the parents, guardians, family, and friends for being here today. Thank you to all the faculty, staff, and administrative personnel for coordinating what is most likely a logistical nightmare. And finally, thank you to my family. Dad, thank you for your encouragement and support over the years. I will always admire how you led our household with a quiet confidence. Mom, thank you for leading our house with a not-so-quiet confidence. You've made me the person I am standing up here today. To my brother Alex, thank you for being smart. By getting a PhD in nuclear engineering and knowing I could never understand the STEM field in the way you did, took the pressure off when I told Mom and Dad I was going to become a business major. Today, I want to talk with you all about my journey, both my journey in life and my journey to UW. I'm originally from Golden, Colorado, and in high school I was touring and applying to colleges like most students were, and UW spoke to me. I chose UW not only due to its proximity to my parents, but because of its modest size, cost of attendance, and growing student opportunities. Who knows? If I had gone to CSU, I could be grazing farmland right now and eating grass because I became a sheep. Instead, I chose to become a cowboy. Entering college, I was riddled with fear and anxiety. Had I made the right decision? Would I make any friends? Was this where I was supposed to be? I've been trying to find the answers to these questions for most of my life. Not being able to identify and figure out who I was led to problems early on in life. I often tell people I was a bad kid, but that's a gross understatement. Since Vanderhoof Elementary School in Arvada, Colorado, I had a record of having a disruptive attitude in school. Not listening to teachers, hitting students, getting sent to the principal's office, and barely passing my classes. Even in elementary school, I was getting C's in classes like gym. So we're all thinking it. Who cares? What does it matter? Because what was my impact on the world? I mean, I was young, right? Maybe I didn't know any better. But I was nasty with my words. Some might say belligerent. The search for who I was as a person pushed me to misbehavior. I had to go to therapy with my mother. And when that didn't work, I got medication to calm me down enough to where I could manage my energy and not burden others. It truly breaks my heart that for a period of time in my life, I was not a positive force in other people's. It pains me to think that I brought down others just to feel better about myself. Now I eventually transferred schools, and my behavior got better through middle school and high school. But it wasn't until UW that I understood who I truly was. And now graduating, I feel more complete. I now feel like I'm living the life I'm supposed to live. The person who walked on campus 3.5 years ago is not the same person standing up here today. My time at UW has taught me many things. Grit, perseverance, cowboy resilience, confidence that has made me love and celebrate life. My time at UW has taught me forgiveness and letting go. I stand on this stage still remembering, but slowly accepting the person I was, and I can't change the past. But ever since freshman year, when I stepped foot on this campus, I've been on a journey to reinvent myself and discover who I am, what I stand for, and what my impact on this world will be. Now, I haven't shared my behavior problems with most people. I've alluded to it or I've joked about it, but I didn't really acknowledge it, thinking that maybe it didn't really happen as badly as it did. But it did happen. And my time at UW has made me realize that my path and my journey through life is not constant, and my past actions do not define my future success. I've leveraged the parts of who I am that people used to be repulsed by, my loudness and obnoxiousness, and it makes me successful at building connections with other people and creating synergies. I now manage my personality as a catalyst to start conversations and have relationships with people. Education is beyond the classroom. The experiences, my time here, the community I've been surrounded by have changed me for the better. And despite accidentally punching the director of our new sales center in the face while we were playing a friendly game of basketball, I have gotten less aggressive. As I was preparing my speech, I did what most college students do, and I Googled the best commencement speeches and picked the top 3 results. One really inspirational speech by Jacqueline Marston really resonated with me. She said, "We gain the most value when we go the furthest." So to use school as an example, while going from an A- to an A+ is certainly admirable, the student who went from a D- to a B+ has a lot to say as well. And that kind of describes the person that I am, and I was, the person I'm still becoming. So what's next? Who's to say? I'm currently in the process of moving. My landlord is a wreck, and the only thing I'm not selling is my cat. But I will continuously reinvent myself. I might learn how to play piano or take dance classes. Again, Kanye West said it best when he uttered, "People always tell you to be humble, but when was the last time someone told you to be great, to be amazing, to be awesome?" I ask that of you today. Ask yourself, what do you want to do? Who do you want to be? And then do it. Manifest it. To parents and guardians, lead by example. Are you someone that you're proud of? It's never too late to reinvent yourself. Students, remember this. In heaven there is no beer, so drink it here. Secondly, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And lastly, the past does not define your future success. Maybe college was your time to shine, but so what if it wasn't? There's still time, but you have to start now. To UW, I love you dearly. But for 7 consecutive semesters, I've been battling with parking issues on this campus. I know. Please do not take away any more spaces, and I look forward to the parking garage I've been hearing about. Again, to my family, thank you so much for adopting me and bringing me such a blessed life. And thank you so much for not giving me back when we went through those challenging times in elementary school. Well, graduates, it's time to reinvent ourselves. There's no time to waste. So let's make like butter and get on a roll. Thank you.
Lucy, that was wonderful. Chatting a little bit before, I told her she's already achieved what is an unfulfilled lifelong aspiration of mine, being a ski instructor. And, and she told me, as she just told you, there's still time. So I'm going to remember that, Lucy. Thank you for that advice. So I'd now like to invite the chair of the Faculty Senate, Professor Adrian Freng, to the podium to present the candidates for degrees. Adrian.
Good morning, everyone. Congratulations. This is a fantastic day. On behalf of the faculty of the University of Wyoming, just want to extend our congratulations. Graduation is always a little bittersweet for faculty because we have to say goodbye to all of you that we've spent quite a bit of time with over the last 4, 5, 6, or however many years. However, we will also get to, we're very excited to be able to participate in the celebration of your major accomplishments, and we're also very proud of you. And we know that you'll go on and do great things. So graduates of as faculty, as chair of the Faculty Senate, I would like to congratulate all of you on your achievement today. President Seidel, the students listed in the commencement program and gathered here for the ceremony are eligible to receive bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degrees upon satisfactory completion of the degree requirements. There is that little thing of finals week left. On behalf of the faculty at the University of Wyoming, I'm proud to present the candidates to you for the conferring of these degrees in their respective fields of study. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Dr. Freng, for presenting this winter class of 2021 on behalf of the university faculty. With that, I'd like to request that our graduates present themselves on stage for recognition by college or school. We begin with the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources.
Thank you, President Seidel and members of the Board of Trustees. As Dean of the College of Agricultural Natural Resources, it is my privilege to ask the degree candidates from the college to make their way to the stage for recognition. Congratulations.
Daniel Bliss. Faith Waitsman. Jacob Bollinger. Seth Oatkin. Bailey Ackland. Whitney Butler. Catherine Hale. Danielle Friels. Annalise Bronner. Rebecca Wise. Morgan Wilson. Jessa Yokums. Sarah Rankin. Jared Marquette. Samuel Wolf. Cody Burkhart. Casey O'Brien. Colton Sowards. Shannon Godey. Mackenzie Davidson. Carson Miller. Gerald Taylor. Nicholas Vineyard. Madison Wine. Michael Bird. Sam Rogers. Rudolph Stouffer. Amri Plemo. Rachel Hart. Savannah Berkeley. Doctoral candidates for the College of Ag. Dr. Andrea Slosser Worth. Arts and Sciences, apologies. Doctoral candidates for the College of Arts and Sciences, Andrea Slother Worth. Dr. Jonathan Earl.
President Seidel and trustees, as the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, it is my privilege to ask the degree candidates from the college to make their way to the stage for recognition.
Kyle Austin Saborin. Avalon Fajardo Anstein. Alexandria Eckler. Mel Heskett Owen. Maria Heskett Owen. Morgan Robbins. Jacqueline McBride. Alonzo Velasquez. Caitlin Gaylor. Justin Stint. Logan Harris. Jason Davis. Xavier Valadez. Azaius Gandhi. Victor Jones. Solomon Bird. Ibunoloran Cole. Eric Aboje. Troy Thomas. Kendrew Ellis. Mylan Collins. Cassandra Newcomb. Amber Martinez. Jolie McGelkey. Gordon Moon. Aiden McCurry. Ethan Etchesheri. Haley Switzenberg. Scott Rogaszewski. Claire Elizabeth Cook Bartlett. Montgomery Nielsen. Nathan Romberg. Luis Shivrick. Brianna McMaster. Kyle Remeyer. Alexander Richard Greenfield. Devin Short. Scott McClurkin. Joseph Erdl. Elise Balin. Joseph Flock. Amber Bliss. Cassidy Coggins. Chrisanna Lund. Madison Miller. Kristen Cavello. Christopher Weber. Joshua Tremblay. William Werner. Jordan Rowe. Samantha Goddard. Megan Hertz. Billy Ferris. Ashley Lawson. Andrea Schmidt. Kyler Ariola. Alexis Bedard. Brittany Reynolds. Madison Woodall. Hannah Clark. Matthew Chapman. Jacob Sarakman. Levi Darnell. Taylor Hatcher. Gretchen Meister. Dakota Reeves. Meg Good. Delaney Mullins. Shayla Haldeman. Joseph Gabley. Josephine Lombardi. Carl Lenore. Heather Mills. Albert Mason. Zach Helser. Zechariah Delala. Sarah Thomas. Austin Perry. Sydney Went. Grace Von Krosick. Curtis Farini. Shane McDonald. Jenna Wickman. Lauren Jimenez. Catherine Mayers. Grant Klein. Angela Olivarius. Philip Ponatowski. Ursula Worthy. Sarah Carlson. Bailey Wallace. Madison Glenn. Kaylee Douglas. Michaela Kuhlman. Aline Viss. Olivia Gottlieb. Dara Horning. Brendan Ruzinski. Aurora Noe. Abigail Ressler. Michael Brankin. Madison Drab. Seth Palmquist. Jack Schultz. M. Polium. Amber True. Emily Mendez. Madeline Danko. Brianna Clority Arnold. Russell Brubaker. Colton Curtis. Caitlin Bearden. Lisa Harris. Joanne Redfield. Emily McIlvain. Claire Thomas. Samuel Weinzerl. Sierra Wilson. Jovianne Inmin. Alexis Romero. Cole Prevost. Zoe Skorick. Riley Talamantes. Brianna Drew.
President Seidel and trustees, as interim dean of the College of Business, it's my honor and privilege to introduce the degree candidates from the College of Business. Candidates, please make your way to the stage for recognition.
Master's candidates, Matthias Nwokgiobi, Adam Hofdahl, Ren Loftus, Christopher Fornstrom, Aaron Sargent, Jesse Defoe, and now the undergraduate candidates. Nicholas Anderson, Sarah Al-Rusami, Christopher Bryan, Austin Shields, Cody Hyder, Serena Broering, Taryn Harshey, Victoria Bustos Driscoll, Jacoby Herford Jr., Nathan Stitt, Madison Brigham, Garrett Baker, Aniel Batulamlaki, Michael Kellier, Trey Simbrick. Wyatt Williams. Caleb Fackrell. Andrea Perez. Garrett Hardigan. Joseph Eckhout. Dexter Clock. Catherine Applegate. David Flores. Chad Quinn. Connor Lockton. Trent Rasmussen. Alec Arnold. Rex Canode. Blake Hubert. Jalen Fighting Bear. Taylor Kent. Lauren Pryor. James Thompson. Emma Agabrand. Vivian Hallis. Jack Paisley. Gaston Osterland. Zachary McIsaac. Aaliyah Edney. Trevor Christensen. Justice Rieger. Sydney Bollinger. Cade McMillan. Elizabeth Wilson. Lucia Bennett. Meredith Herman. Lexi Mayo. Scott Herman. Kate Coleman. Coulter Galante. Samantha Lankutis. Dustin Fox. Matthew Sharp. Hunter Ensminger. Chance Tremblay. Connor Custer. Cameron Murray. Wyatt Wieland. Zachary Watts. Jameson Brown. Nathan Logeman. Nick Cruiser. Harrison Souter. James Doyle.
President Seidel and trustees, as Dean of the College of Education, it is my privilege to ask the degree candidates from the college to make their way to the stage for recognition. Thank you.
Dr. Faven Saifu. Dr. Tina Nurk. Dr. Joshua Montgomery. And now the master's candidates, Christopher Zimney. And the undergraduate students, bachelor's degree in the College of Education, Brittany Humps. Alyssa Jernigan. Savannah Cornea. Landy Bullinger. Lindsay Leafgren. Sydney Campbell. Emma Carr. Jenna Keller. Kylie Mae Brown. Lindsay Jones. Ryan Grossnickel. Dallas Smith.
President Seidel and trustees, as the Executive Director of the School of Energy Resources, it is my privilege to ask the degree candidate from the School of Energy Resources to make his way to the stage for recognition.
Jack Tanner.
President Seidel and trustees, as the Dean of the College of Engineering and Applied Science, it is my honor and privilege to ask degree candidates to make their way to the stage for recognition.
Dr. Anas Arajal. And now the master's candidates, Harish Kalauni. Julia Dickey. Priya Gurav. Yishi Hu. Xiao Wang. Benjamin Miller. Jordan Schulte. And now the undergraduate candidates. Benjamin Jellicoe. Tristan Johnson. Joshua Bigley. Jeffrey Hurlbuck. Logan Ramsey. Braden Babiak. Michael Hertline. Joshua Volstar. Drew Newman. Jesus Perez. Colin Gray. Brighton Blumel. William Harvey. Kyle Wessel. Andy Enders. Brittany Darnell. Franklin Fraley. Jacob St. Marie. Taylor Romshek. Mark Ford. Elena Whipple. Sean Murphy. Bailey Norman. Kevin Walker. Cole Earhart. Brandon Ensley. James Schuhart. Anissa Mufid Al-Shamasi. Mazen Al-Malefi. Yosef Tour. Andrew Novotny. Alexander Yeagers. Matthew Sundberg. Josh Fitzsimmons. Ragad Abadi. Keegan Kreider.
President Seidel and members of the Board of Trustees, it gives me great pleasure and is my privilege as Dean of the Hobbs School to ask the degree candidates from the school to proceed to the stage for recognition.
Thank you.
Kevin Marsh. Zane Buchanan. Maria Oreshkin. Kate McNichols. Blake Stevens.
President Seidel and trustees, as Dean of the College of Health Sciences, it is my privilege to ask the degree candidates from the college to make their way to the stage for recognition.
Brittany Abel. Megan Thorman. Tracy Manai. Megan Beach. Undergraduates, Jacob Thompson. Megan Quinn. Brandon Crank. Kaylee Mahler. Megan Grumley. Jessica Mislin. Elena Nudel. Adriana Dunn. Lisbeth Montano. Elena Nelson. Marissa Arnold. Grace Tanner. Hannah Hansen. Kinsey Valdez. Gabriel Cruz. Eli McCoy. Hunter Thompson. Claire Harris. Carly Piaya. Samantha Mizokami. JC Till. Emily Jones. Michael White Hansold.
President Seidels, as Provost of the University, it is my privilege to ask the degree candidate in General Studies to make their way to the stage for recognition.
Brianna Bradford.
I got so excited I forgot where we were in the program. I know for you, that's a highlight of your careers, and for us, it's a highlight of our year, absolutely. So I just want to say congratulations to all of you from our hearts. So I'm pleased now to invite the Board of Trustees Chair, Jeff Marsh, to the podium to offer remarks and to authorize the conferral of degrees. Chair Marsh.
Thank you, President Seidel. I don't wear this at home. Graduates, let me join you with the others here today who've offered their accolades to you for your academic achievements. The journey to achieve your goals has been different for each one of you, but it's taken dedication, commitment, and perseverance, just to name a few. Each of you have shown that and so much more in your path to this moment. And I know the entire University of Wyoming Board of Trustees joins me in saying congratulations. This will be my last commencement ceremony as the chair of the Board of Trustees, and I hope among you there's someone or several someones who may someday get to do what I'm doing today. And as you move forward in your lives, I hope that the moment when you're able to look back and realize that these are some of the most meaningful years of your life, so much of what you've experienced, and not just your degrees, but everything associated with college life. You'll have helped prepare and shape for every choice you make. And I hope that this has been a memorable experience as you leave the AA today. So getting to serve this institution that gave me so much has been the highest of honors. None more than these meaningful few moments that I get to spend with the graduation classes over the last few years. I know there's a lot of pomp and circumstance, and so today, I'm not going to keep any longer. You and all your family and friends are almost at that moment where you can celebrate together, so let's wrap this up. But before I do the official part, please remember that this is your home. Come back and visit. Stay in touch. Carry the flag of brown and gold wherever your feet may carry you. And now the official stuff. Under the laws of the state of Wyoming, as a member and authorized representative of the University of Wyoming Board of Trustees, I hereby delegate to President Edward Seidel the authority to confer the applicable degrees at this commencement ceremony. Again, congratulations and go Pokes.
Okay, you ready? Thank you, Chair Marsh. Graduates, we've come to that essential moment in this ceremony. Please stand. Okay, settle down. So, by virtue of the authority delegated to me by the University Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of your chosen field of study upon satisfactory completion of the degree requirements with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Right. So, now, if you have not already done so, I invite you to move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left side. This signifies that you are now officially graduates of the University of Wyoming. Friends, family, guests, please stand and join me in congratulating these new graduates. And thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, President Seidel. You guys have done it. Less than 2 hours, not bad. I'd like to thank the staff and all the technical people for their assistance in putting this graduation ceremony here at the AA. The University of Wyoming 2021 Winter Commencement Ceremony is now adjourned. We ask that you please remain at your seats while the stage party and faculty exit. Then after the recessional, you're invited to find your student, family, and guest. Once again, congratulations and good morning, everybody.